Hi, welcome to Standard Deviation and Coefficient of Variation. This is topic number 3.7, part 1, which is a part of Unit 3, Measurement of Dispersion and Skewness. Standard Deviation. Today, the topic which I will be discussing about is Standard Deviation. The concept of Standard Deviation was introduced by Karl Pearson in 1893. It is the most important and widely used measures of dispersion. It measures the absolute dispersion of a distribution. In our day-to-day statistical measurement, mean and standard deviation, these two together gives a fair idea about how the distribution of any data set. So, other name of standard deviation is root mean square deviation. Let's just understand what is the meaning of that and why standard deviation is called as root mean square deviation. In my earlier video, I have discussed about the mean deviation, where each and individual observation, how much it is deviating or dispersed or spread from the mean were calculated. And then we used to take the absolute value and find the total and then divide by the number of observation. But this particular situation, why it is called root mean square deviation, first we take the deviation. So each and individual observation will take the deviation from the mean. Now some of the deviation will come negative and some of the deviation will come positive, as some of the values of x, which will be more than x bar or mean or average, and some of them will be less than mean or average. Because of that, if we add them, we'll get the value as 0. This is a property of arithmetic mean also. Arithmetic mean, if you take the deviation, the sum of deviation from all the values is equal to 0. Here in this particular situation, the deviation, rather than taking the mod value, what we do we square that. We square the deviation and then we add and divide by the number of cases, so which is nothing but the mean. So square deviation, we take the mean, and to have it in the same unit of the observations, we will take again the square root, because we have done the squares. So again we are taking the square root. Therefore, the other name of standard deviation is root mean square deviation. Now, this left side graph, you can see this yellow graph. Basically, this is a graph of normal distribution. Though it is not right now not in this chapter, let me just give a little bit idea about normal distribution. Most of the cases in our day-to-day life, they follow the normal distribution, most of the data. Like that, if you take the 60 students in a class, and you take the distribution of the 60 students height, you will see mostly they will follow a normal distribution. In the normal distribution, the value of all these data in the data set will lie between the value mu plus minus 3 sigma. Sigma is the standard deviation, mu is the mean. So this is the value of mean. The entire spread from this side to this side will be totally together mu minus 3 sigma and plus 3 sigma. Probably in my future video, I'll be discussing about the normal distribution, where I'll give more details about that. Therefore, a low standard deviation indicates that the value tend to be close to the mean. What I mean to say is, suppose for any data set, the standard deviation value is low, that means individual observations are very close to the value of mean. In a simple word, the data are not much scattered. The data are quite close to the mean. Whereas a high standard deviation indicates that the value are spreaded or scattered. Therefore, the consistency will be less, which I'll be discussing in my subsequent video, where I'll be discussing about the coefficient of variation, or CV. Now let's just have an understanding in this graph, which will give you more idea about standard deviation. For example, the blue graph, if you see, the mean value is here, Mean is coming mu, which is 0, but the sigma square is standard deviation square. Standard deviation square is known as variance. Therefore, sigma square value is coming as 0.2. Whereas for the red graph, you see the spread is quite a lot, whereas the mean value again is 0, but the spread is more, therefore the sigma square value is 1. Again, mu is 0 and sigma square is 5.0 for the yellow graph, which is quite spread. So the data is scattered a lot. There is one more graph is given green color, which is the mu is -2. You see the value of mu is -2, whereas the spread is given here as 0.5. These are the different pictures which will actually give you the idea what is the meaning of mean and standard deviation. Now, how to calculate standard deviation for an individual observation or individual set of data? Let's see the example. Calculate standard deviation from the following data. There are 35, 38, 40, 43, 45, 46, 50, 55. There are total 8 observations. So this is called individual observations. There is no series of data given. The first thing for calculating the standard deviation, we have to find the value of mean. And you know mean is equals to sum of all the values. Here I have added all the value which is coming as 352 divided by the number of observations which is 8 and the mean is coming as 44. The next step is you have to create a column and where we will find the value of D. D is equals to x minus the mean, x minus x bar. D is x minus x bar, which is the deviation. I've calculated for individual value 35 minus 44, which is minus 9. So some of the values will come negative, some of the values will come positive. If you actually add here, you will see how that this is coming as 0. Now, what I am doing is just to avoid that, we will square it up. D square, we squared all the value, 9 square is 81, 36 like that, and added, and the total value has come as 296. Therefore, the standard deviation is equal to square root of 296 divided by number of observations, which is square root of 296 divided by 8, and the value is coming as 6.083. In my subsequent video, I will discuss about how to calculate the standard deviation for a group frequency distribution, both in the actual mean method and as well as in the assumed mean method. So for the time being, that's all. Hope to see you in my next video. Thank you.